Taylor, and today I will be discussing how you should prepare for eviction in court. I am not a lawyer, and if you want legal advice, you should speak to an attorney, but I have created a list of tips based off of my own experiences and research. This video is created specifically for residents of Bloomington, Illinois, and is current as of March 2017. Let's get started. The first step in preparing for eviction court is knowing your rights. The only legal way to evict a tenant is through the court. Your landlord cannot make you move by changing the locks, throwing your personal property on the lawn, turning off the water, or in any other way. You have the right to legal representation at your cost, or receive assistance from a Prairie State Legal Services attorney for free if you qualify for their services. On Thursdays, an attorney from Prairie State Legal Services will be at the Law and Justice Center to assist people being evicted on a first-come, first-served basis. You have the right to a trial by jury. You have the right to present evidence, and you have the right to call your own witnesses. If you have a witness, it is your responsibility to make sure that they come to court on time. You also have the right to ask questions, and you should ask questions if you do not understand something. You need to understand that there are different types of eviction notices. If you are being evicted for non-payment of rent, you will receive a 5-day notice and have 5 days to pay in full, or you will be evicted. If you are being evicted because of a violation of your lease, you will receive a 10-day notice. If you do not have a written lease or your lease is month to month, you will receive a 30-day notice. The timeline for your eviction should look something like this. You are given a written lease termination notice. You try to correct the lease violation, like paying the rent, fixing the damages to the apartment, removing a pet, etc. And you do that during the notice period. If you do not correct the problem, an eviction case is filed against you in court. You will be served by either the sheriff or a special processes server. You will go to court, or if you do not show up, the judge will sign an order evicting you. It is very important that you know that if you do not show up for court, a judgment will automatically be entered against you. At your first court date, you can ask for a trial, which will occur at a later date. If you do not ask for a trial, a judgment will or will not be entered against you on your first court date. The sheriff will carry out the judge's eviction order if you do not move before your allotted time runs out. There are some things that you should bring with you to court, such as a copy of your lease and any documents you have received regarding your eviction, receipts of your rental payments, copies of any written documentations from your landlord regarding your rent or damages, such as emails, texts, or notes. For example, if your landlord texted you that it was okay to pay your rent late, bring a paper copy of that text. You should bring receipts of repairs that you made that your landlord said that he was going to fix. And you should bring photographs of unsafe conditions or rodents and pests. You should wear nice clothing to your court date and bring a pen and paper to take notes. The eviction paperwork that you received will tell you where you need to go. When you get there, check in outside of the courtroom. Make sure that you arrive early, especially if you want to try to talk to the volunteer attorney who will help you before you see the judge. You will have to go through security and a metal detector when you first enter the Law and Justice Center. This may take extra time, especially if there is a line. Don't bring any unnecessary items that will cause issues with security. If you need childcare, ask where this is located. This is a free service, and as a courtesy to the judge, attorneys, and others around you, you should use it. Keep your composure. This can be an emotional time, but you need to remain professional with everyone you are talking to. If you have the money to pay your landlord in full, bring it or be able to access it the day you go to court. Do not agree to anything you do not understand or know that you will not be able to complete, and make sure you ask questions if you do not understand something. You may be eligible for the small claims mediation program if you and the landlord are pro se, which means you do not have an attorney. Lastly, you should know the consequences of evictions. It will affect your credit for 10 years. You will be forced to find a new place to live in less than 2 weeks. Landlords will not want to rent to you with an eviction on your record. Finally, you should know that the eviction will be expensive and cost you money for a long time if the court finds the basis to evict you. There might also be a money judgment entered against you for all past due amounts owed, court costs, and attorney fees. This brings us to the end of the video. I will post all of my sources and resources I found in the description. Thanks for watching.